Hey, hey. What's going on, gentlemen? What's going on, boys? Today is Tuesday, December 10th, 2024. The time is 12:57 p.m. and got a handful of approaches in today. Not even really trying to, just going in just cuz. And already, there you go. Already a better day than yesterday. Yeah. I already did like 4 today. And there was all like natural, what I would call lifestyle approaches, where at no point today was I out to approach. I was just out, out to be out. And I pulled the trigger when I saw girls that I liked. So first two happened. Were they both? Yeah, they were both after the gym. So woke up, took a shower, skated over to the gym, ran my mile, 6 minute 30 seconds or so, and then on my way back from the gym, I was skating back, saw one girl that I liked, doubled back, approached her. She said she was in a rush for work, and then walked off. Unfortunately, so I got in front of her. I'd say I did it with half a heart. Yeah, these first two approaches were with half a heart, and I say that that's the killer. Yeah, you go in with half a heart, and you never get the results you're after. So yeah, I didn't get her to fully stop, and she kind of did a little bubble around me. And then once I delivered the compliment, and we were side to side, she smiled, and then she said, "Thank you. I should get to work though." And then she walked off. So there you go. Yeah, I felt somewhat defeated there. I was like, damn, I should have just, picked up my nuts a bit more. Yeah, if I had just gotten in front of her, maybe that would have been a cool 10 to 30-second interaction where I could have just been like, all right, get to work. I'll take your Instagram kind of thing. But hey, we move on, right? And that second approach was like, I'm not kidding, probably 45 seconds after this first approach. As I was getting my board back over to the bike lane, yeah, all defeated. Oh, all right, she walked off. I was getting ready to skate off, and then another girl on the same sidewalk starts walking in the other direction. And I look at her, and then I see her pass me, and I go, all right, I'd be stupid to not approach her. Yeah, so same thing. Picked up the board. This girl was proper 10 to 20 years older than me. No joke. Could have been anywhere from 34 to 44. and and yeah, got stopped her again, somewhat of a half-hearted stop, because by the time I never even fully got in front of her, talking to her from the side, told her she looked great. Said, "What are you up to?" She said that she was walking home from doing some errands, and I tell her, "Oh yeah, I'm just coming from the gym. That's why I'm so winded." She goes, "Oh, okay, for sure." And then she goes, "All right, well, have a nice day." And then she walks off. Yeah, so there you go. Yet again, another fail, right? Keep in mind, boys, yeah, I am auditing myself throughout these approaches, but I would like to acknowledge that that's simply a girl that is just not interested. Yeah, like even if yes, we could say that if the approach was better, if I'd gotten in front of her more confidently, then the conversation would have went a bit better, or maybe went on for a bit longer. And I agree with that, because that's been my experience. But I still think that even if I'd done everything perfect mechanically in this approach, this girl would have just been a girl that would have rejected me anyways. She just simply did not seem to be interested. And we're gonna get to the title of the video. Oh, that's great. That's the most recent approach, is the title of the video. So anyways, skated home after that, put my laptop in my backpack, and I skated over to Dolores Park to do my job applications today. Just wanted to do it in the sunshine. And it was great. Saw a bunch of dogs running around. There are kids that play in Dolores Park during the day. I think they're little elementary, middle school buses. Or maybe we must have schools nearby, because every time I go to Dolores midday, I always see some group of kids and like teachers playing. So there must be a school nearby. But yeah, it's just fun to do my job applications while hearing the fun, exciting sounds of kids singing over here, dogs barking over here, birds chirping in the distance. Yeah, it's just great. It reminds me of why I love working remotely. It's like, damn, just small things like this. Yeah, it's like for me during the day, I'm in a fucking cold, dark office, typing away, calling, and then, talking to people, selling when I'm on tour. Some people, they're making more money than me, and they're doing it by sitting in that same sunshine at that same Dolores Park on their laptop with their fucking hotspot Wi-Fi going. It just blows my mind. Yeah, it just reminds me of what there is in this world for the taking. And it's, yeah, I don't like being in this position, man. I really hate it, actually. I really hate being in this position where I wake up forced to be at the office at 9. People that I'm working for, I feel like I'm overqualified. Like the people that I report to, I have made more money than in my shorter career. Yeah, of only 4, officially 6-year career, for counting from when I was 18. And I've already surpassed their income, at least when I was a programmer. So I'm looking at that and going, dude, it's just it's so frustrating. Yeah. which is why I'm just trying to put forth this effort and action and apply for these jobs. So, anyways, the third approach happened on the way from the park. It was at the park. I glanced over my shoulder. There was a cute girl sitting on a bench behind me. There's another guy sitting on the bench next to her too. Like there's one bench over, clearly in earshot. There are a few people in earshot. Once again, you got to just go in for it. Yeah. So packed up my stuff. I was like, oh, this is perfect. We call these drive-bys. Yeah, this is perfect. I'm already leaving the park. There's already the cute girl there. So I'm going to walk over. I'm going to shoot my shot. If she's not interested, perfect. I was already leaving anyways. So I'm not going to linger around with this awkward elephant in the room. But if she is interested, well, cool. Then I can maybe stay for longer. We can talk, set up a date. So that's what was going through my mind there. So walked over very boldly. Yeah, once again, she's sitting on the bench looking at her phone. I walk right in front of her, square up. Yeah, like literal 90-degree angle. I square the fuck up. And I say, excuse me. She looks up. Yeah, I imagine all of a sudden there's this giant shadowy figure and she's sitting down going, oh. I go, excuse me. I go, look, I'm getting ready to leave the park right now, but I had to stop by and shoot my shot. You look incredible. Wasn't giving me much of a reaction. I think within the first like 2 to 3 back and forths, I tell her, I go, look, I'm not going to linger around. So if you're not interested, just let me know and I'll walk. But otherwise, you look great. And she didn't like give me a firm answer there. She just kind of started talking a bit about what she was doing after I said, "What are you up to?" And yeah, we talked for about 2-3 minutes. There was a little bit of fun, a little bit of laughter in there, but like she wouldn't crack open. Yeah, no matter how much charm, no matter how smooth my smile was, she didn't seem to be too interested. And so, I had already said, look, I'm not going to linger. Like, tell me if you're interested or not, and I'll walk. She didn't give me a firm answer there. And then, like, the conversation, it felt pretty one sided. So, all of the context clues, you imagine, right? I've done so many approaches now. So I can do this pretty quickly. But if you were in my position, right, you can gather all of these context clues. She's sitting down stationary, and I approached her, which means she's not going to be the one to leave, right? So, it's like she might feel awkward telling me to leave. So, you have to consider that. She's not giving me much of a response as far as not smiling much, not laughing much, not asking many questions back to me. Yeah. When I introduced the ultimatum, which was, look, I'll walk if you're not interested, just tell me. She didn't say yes or no. She just brushed it off, which in my opinion, I think that leans more towards no, in that she might have just been too afraid to say, no, I'm not interested, in fear of how I'd react, right? Because this is her first time meeting me. She has no idea who I am. So I'm sure in the past she said no to guys and they got all aggressive and probably tried to sit on the bench next to her and go, no, 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 we're talking, right? But of course, she doesn't know I genuinely mean it, right? She doesn't know I'm serious when I go, dude, just tell me if you're not interested. I don't want to talk to you if you're not interested. I'm gonna walk away. Like, what the fuck? So yeah, this is the movie star moment, which I really liked. This isn't even the title, but this felt like a movie star moment. So mid conversation, right? She's like answering one of the questions I asked her about what she's doing there and this and that. Once again, not reciprocating much. I've been in front of women that like me, yeah, and this is not a woman that it seemed like she liked me. So as she's talking, at one point I go, all right, I'm gonna be honest, you're not giving me much, so I'm gonna take that as a no. Have a nice day. You do look incredible. And I just walk off. Didn't even give her time to reply, to say anything, to say, no, wait. I just walked off. Yeah. I've been in front of enough women that like me that I can very clearly identify when one doesn't. And it's funny because I think like this girl would fit into the category of girl that was like bored that day. She said she was visiting from Florida, leaving on Saturday. I would put her into the category of girl that was like bored that day, not interested in me romantically, but oh, this is something fun to do, somebody to talk to, sprucing up my day, my afternoon. Fuck it, let's talk. And once again, as great as that is, I'm happy to provide some conversation, but that's not my role, right? I'm not looking to have menial platonic conversation for 45 minutes just for her to say, oh, well, this is fun, but I got a boyfriend back in Florida. Nah, if you're not interested, you're not interested. I'm going to walk off. So that's exactly what I did, right? Literally as she's talking to me, she finishes up her story and I go, all right, well, look, you're not giving me much back right now. So I'm just going to take that as a no, right? I flash my smile. I'm just going to take that as a no, but you have a nice day. You do look incredible. I just walk off, right? Hop on my board, rev away, look all sick. So yeah, that felt good. So boom, there you go. 0 for 3 today. And then fourth approach, best approach, was on my way back from the park, skating from the park to right here where I'm doing the live stream right now. Pretty soon after I left the park, there was a girl that was walking in the same direction as me. She looked really good. Back in my head, I was going, have I approached this girl already? I don't know. I can't tell. Yeah, it's the only problem with the Mission District right now is that I've done so many approaches that at this point I'm going, dude, every single girl is starting to look familiar now. I can't tell. I obviously I'm exaggerating because pretty much every day that I do an approach, I find new girls that I haven't approached. But like, I don't know. I think that's just more of like a mental roadblock. But either way, I still approached this girl, right? So I looked, I'm like, oh, she's cute. She doesn't look familiar. Hopped off my board, got in front of her. This is the best stop of the day. You imagine I've done it 3 times already. Yeah. So this is the best stop of the day. I was already motioning to her when I was 10 feet away. Excuse me, flashing my smile. Excuse me, excuse me. She takes off her shades and she's already smiling at me. So I'm like, all right, that's a good sign. And then I tell her, I'm like, look, I'm headed home right now, but I just passed by you and oh my God, you look so good. And I just start layering it on. Wow, you look so good. So now this is what I mean, right? Compare this. Now, some guys might go, why'd you leave that other girl? She could have been interested. Compare this conversation to the conversation prior with that girl, right? So this girl immediately bubbly, oh my, thank you so much. She's pointing out that we have a similar nose ring. She's going, oh, we got the same nose ring. I'm like, yeah, wow, this and that. She's thanking me when I tell her she looks beautiful, this and that. Look at the difference, right? Versus this girl that was sitting on the bench that I was like, wow, you look beautiful. Barely gave me a thank you, barely gave me a response, kind of shrugged it off, right? Night and day difference. Yeah. So, anyways, with this girl, now this was the curveball. This is the girl from the title, all right, which is a complete curveball because the conversation was going so well. Like the conversation I was having with this girl very closely mirrors a conversation that I've had with girls that I ended up going on dates with later that night, later, next week, yada, yada, yada. It was that kind of a connection conversation where we're laughing, talking about what we do. She's telling me where she's from. Yeah, she tells me she's from the East Coast. Then she asked me where I'm from. I go, I'm from the East Bay. And so that was one little joke we had. I'm like, oh, we're both from the East, technically. She's like, yeah, close enough. I'm like, hey, we're East enough, right? We're both East. So that was fun. Yeah. And then pretty quickly, after we were talking, getting to know each other for a bit, I started trending towards a date, right? And so I tell her, look, I tell her I was doing job applications at the park because my days off are Monday, Tuesday. When are you usually free? And then here's where she started the let me down process. Yeah. And it's great because I can always identify that like very quickly. I always know when a girl is going to tell me no, not interested, have a boyfriend, and I can already tell when she's going to do that because it's when I introduce something along the lines of when are you free? Oh, what would be a good day for a date? Oh, my days off are this. Then then it is confirmed in her head that I'm there because I want to go out with her. And then she always, right, if the girl's not interested or she's taken, it always sounds something like, look, I'm super flattered. That's all she had to say, right? She goes, look, I'm super flattered. And I go, oh no, here it comes. Here it comes. Just say it. And I'm doing this in front of her, right? So I tell her, yeah, when are you free? She goes, she takes a deep breath. Look, you're super cool. I'm super flattered. I go, oh, here it comes. Just say it. Just say it. All right, just say it. Now, what she said, I was not expecting her to say, all right? So I was expecting her to say something like, look, I'm flattered, this and that, but I do have a boyfriend. Or, but I'm so focused on work right now. I have no time for this or that. That's usually how girls let me down, right? It's a very easy, roundabout, soft way of saying no. Essentially, she's saying I'm not interested, but I'm so used to her saying it and like wrapping it in velvet and going like, I'm not interested because, and then like softening the blow for me. Yeah. It's like, that's one thing I really do appreciate about cold approach is from the vast majority of my experiences, the girl always softens the blow for us a bit as if to say like, look, I know how bold it was. I know how much courage it took for you to come over here. So I'm not just going to flat out say you're ugly. I'm not interested, but I'm going to say, I'm not interested in like a roundabout way. And so that's what I'm used to, right? But this girl, as fun and smiley and bubbly as she was, she just said it how it is. And I really fucking appreciated it, but it kind of hit me in the side of the face. It was like a hook to the face because I'm telling her I'm flirty, I'm laughing, I'm like, oh, just say it. I'm fully expecting her to say I have a boyfriend, right? So I'm going, oh, what is it? Just say it, just say it. And then she goes, yeah, I'm not interested. And she just says it flat like that. She just goes, I'm not interested. And I don't think that I showed any signs of like being caught off guard when she said that. But in my head, I was like, I was almost offended. I was like, not interested in what? Look at me, listen to me. Oh my God, right. Of course. This is like me believing in myself and thinking that I'm attractive and thinking that I have something good to share with the world and share with these girls. So when somebody just flat out says, no, I'm not interested, it's just like a punch to the face. It's like, fuck. All right, damn. Yeah. So that's how I was feeling in my head. I was like, damn, all right. But outwardly to her, I go, all right, well, look, I really appreciate you being so blunt. And the compliment still stands. You look incredible. Yeah. And then she walks out and she tells me, oh, you look amazing too, this and that. And I like your attitude. That's the one thing she said at the end, which I really appreciated, is she told me that I look good too. And then she said, and you have a really great attitude. Yeah. And that's confirmation that I know what I'm talking about. Yeah. To me, that's confirmation that like this energy is exactly the energy we should be exuding into the world, not but her energy, right? Because the same scenario could have happened to a different guy, but she goes, oh, I'm not interested. And he goes, oh, you're not interested. Why? Why? I'm not tall enough. Why? I don't have enough money or why? Why? Right. I think I imagine that's what she meant by attitude, right? My attitude, a lot of guys' attitude when they finally muster up the courage, but it doesn't go in their favor. A lot of guys' attitude changes because they weren't there to make her day. They were there to try to get validation from the girl. Yeah, try to take something. So when the girl makes it clear that she's not going to be giving anything, that's when they get mad and they go, well, I did this to get that, right? I walked up to you to get the date. So because you're not giving me the date, now I'm going to give you a bad experience. Now I'm going to tell you you're not hot anyways. That's how I see it, right? Just very immature thinking. But yeah, that's exactly why I behave how I do, is because I imagine that's how it gets communicated to the girl, right? It's like to her, she just had a guy walk up to her, give her all these compliments, have a brief conversation. He tried to take her out and then she went, I'm not interested. And then at that pinnacle, right? At that turning point where it could have went bad, he went, okay, you're not interested. Well, I appreciate that you're blunt and you still look great. Yeah. Like as soon as she made it clear that she didn't want anything to do with me, I proceeded to give her one more compliment before leaving. You see what I'm saying? It's like, that's what I mean. We're so confident within ourselves that even when we just get a right hook to the jaw, we can still dish out a compliment. Yeah, we could still go, well, even though you're the one that just psychologically uppercutted me, you're still beautiful. Yeah. And I hope you have a nice day. And then she goes, you have a great attitude. Yeah. So there you go. So once again, I imagine if I see this girl, right? Imagine I'm skating through San Francisco and I see this girl once more, I imagine it'll just be positive vibes once again. Yeah. If we recognize each other and then she goes, oh, that's that guy, blah, blah, blah. Positive vibes only though, right? Now imagine that scenario went bad. Let's say I reacted in a super immature way, which I would never do, but let's say I did. Then I imagine the next time I see that girl, it's not good vibes, right? Then all of a sudden it's like, there's this guy that only wants to take. Yeah. So, but anyways, that was the gist of the live. Yeah. The title at the very least. She flat out said, I'm not interested. Yeah. That's so tough, man. You imagine just in the moment, I just heavy heart, thinking, fuck. This put me back to high school where I'm going, fuck, not interested. Why? I've banged girls just as hot as you. Why are you not interested? Right? That's what I'm going. But that's what's going through my mind. What do you mean? I've literally walked up to girls that look just like you, if not hotter, and they went on a date with me. Why would you not be interested? That's like what's going through my head. But of course, I would never express this to the girls. So, but hey, I mean, just another fucking humble pill right there. There you go. Yeah. And then in other news, I just remember today I had a slow start to the day, man. I didn't think I'd do any approaches. I didn't think I'd do anything productive today. I woke up, went to move my car for street cleaning, got back home, considered hopping in the shower to get my day started. This was like 8 a.m. Then I was like, I don't feel like it. Crawled back into bed for another hour and a half, scrolled YouTube shorts for an hour and a half. Remember laying there just thinking, fuck, I got no dates right now. Oh, just a quick update with Costa Rica girl. We're still postponing it. She tells me she's still feeling kind of sick. And I'm like, I'm just not risking it, dude. I'm not going to get sick. So I tell her, we're just going to wait till you get better. As much as I would love to fuck that girl, I just can't. I cannot get sick right now. So for the foreseeable future, until she heals up, and once again, she can ghost me at any time, right? None of this is guaranteed. So for the foreseeable future, I've got no date signed up, right? So I remember just waking up, just this massive sense of dread and longing and guilt, because I was thinking, damn, this is as I'm laying head under the covers, literally right there, right? Guy, leader of the channel, creator of this channel. Nope. I was laying there, fucking head under the covers, just hugging my pillow, scrolling YouTube shorts, just thinking, wow, I gave up the most sick lifestyle for what? For psychological battery. Yeah. What do I mean? I had a girl that I liked so much that was keeping me sexually satisfied whenever I wanted, right? That like these other dates that I'm trying to line up, they didn't even matter or mean anything to me. I didn't even feel any connection to these dates because I already had somebody I had a connection with. And so when I like I didn't feel this roller coaster of emotions when I'm trying to set up dates like this, for example, or even when I was approaching girls, right? Like when I had this girl in my life, even when I was approaching girls, if I got negative reactions or if they walked past me, it was truly just a shrug because I was like, that girl's not interested. It's okay. I already have a girl that's down to fuck anyways. Yeah. So like, I couldn't really be, I didn't care that much. Right. But cutting that off, now each approach actually does mean something. Yeah. Now each girl is like, oh, this might be the next girl. Oh, this might, yeah. And it's just a lot different of a feeling. So and that's part of why I did it. But yeah, I just remember just feeling so sad this morning, just going, hey, there we go. Joe Blake Lisbon. Exactly what I needed to see. Yeah. Some entourage members in the chat. Psychological battery. That's how I could describe this, is like having the girl that I wanted, that it was pretty much just satiating whatever desires I had. And then actively, like when it's the coldest time of the year, the sun is setting early, people are a little more frosty and short. And that's the moment where I decided to cut off what was so great. And what to this day, I could still be bathing in that comfort, right? To this day, I could still be doing that. But I cut it off, and this, like knowing that I would have mornings like this, right? Like that's I guess that's a key here. I cut that off knowing that I would have, I didn't know exactly what it would look like, but I knew I'd be feeling these feelings. And one random morning I got a day off, I wake up, the sun's out, but I'm still just fucking, I'm sad, I'm longing, I'm horny, this and that. Oh my God. And I just remember thinking like, wow, I really gave up what was so solid and so easy for this life, which is so much more difficult. And I'm questioning myself every day, every time I go out. And for the first two girls this morning walked past me, and I'm walking back to the bike lane, head hanging, going, am I really built for this, man? This is the life I chose? But what's great is that I've been here before. Yeah, I've been here in Cyprus, I've been here in Poland, and plenty of times in between there where this exact moment has come up. Yeah, you get to a turning point where it's like, yeah, either you just give up and you fucking download a dating app, or you hit up one of the girls you've hooked up with previously, or you unblock this girl. Like that's what I mean. It's like there's a tipping point. Or you decide once again to just walk into the battlefield. Yeah, walk onto the battlefield and take the psychological battery that comes with cold approach and carving your own dating life. Yeah. But I don't know, what's the thing that stops me from going back is just knowing that it's a different type of satisfaction and dissatisfaction that I get. So like when I'm with a girl consistently and she's taking care of my needs sexually, there's a certain satisfaction that I get there, but the counterpart dissatisfaction that I get there is knowing that I'm not reaching my full potential, knowing that there's a lot of time that is just being wasted away with pleasure that could be spent on production. Now let's pan over to this lifestyle that I've chosen, yeah, which is just cut off all ties, burn the boats, face first into the battlefield with no armor. Yeah, I got no girls around, no armor. I'm just going face first. Here we go. I don't care. Who cares how long it takes? I'm just trying to be an example. I'm trying to pave a way. Well, the dissatisfaction that I get here is days, weeks of going, why did I do that? Why did I cut that girl off? Oh, it was so easy. Oh, um, it was so accessible. Oh, I could have, plenty of times throughout the day where I'm going, well, I should have just kept her around and then still been living this life. I could have done it. I could have done it. But then I look at it and I just know I wouldn't have. I just know that if she was in my life, I wouldn't be running these miles every day. If she was in my life, I wouldn't be putting these job applications in every day. If she was in my life, I wouldn't be cold approaching. I wouldn't be doing a live stream every day. I just know it. And I don't know it from prediction. I know it from experience. Yeah. I can look back on the last year of my life and go, that's exactly what happened. Yeah. As on the ball as I wanted to be with this girl in my life, I simply just couldn't be because I was just too immature and too focused on pleasure. And every time I got bored, I would just hit her up. Yeah. As simple as that. So now the counterpart, right? The dissatisfaction is waking up and going, oh, fuck. If I want to date, I got to go and get a date, right? If I want to make something happen romantically, I need to do it. I have to go and get off my ass and make it happen. And I no longer have the safety net there that was just so great and so perfect. Yeah. But that's the dissatisfaction of this lifestyle, right? But the satisfaction of this lifestyle is every time I look myself in the mirror, I just feel like a beast. I feel like my true most what is it? Most animalistic self, where I'm going, look, I have easier choices. I have easier alternatives laid out in front of me, and I still am not picking any of them up. Yeah, it's like they're laid in front of me. I have girls that I could have texted or could text and this and that and try to respark something, and they're just laid out in front of me, and I'm still deciding, no, let me just hop in the cold shower and go to the gym and run the mile, and then go put in some job applications, and then go do the live stream, and then go cold approach, and like I am day in and day out still deciding that I am going to choose the path of most resistance, even when I'm in a position where I don't have to do that, simply because of what it will produce in my life. Yeah, I just know it. I can already see the changes. I'm already looking sicker. I already got whatever little fat I had on my belly is completely vanished in these last 2 weeks. Yeah, I was already in good shape. Now I'm in even better shape. Lungs are feeling good. Yeah, I'm trying to set up some momentum with this job surge. I got the live streams going. That's what I mean is like the dissatisfaction I feel without having this easy safety net here. The counterpart is the work that I'm putting in daily. I'm seeing it now starting to branch out into other guys in the network. Yeah, I'm seeing, I mean, even in the entourage, but specifically in my school community that I oversee, all of a sudden there's guys making posts and coming out of the shadows and talking about this date breakdown and that. And it's like they needed to see me walk right towards the discomfort for them to realize that it's okay for them to do the same. Yeah. Versus when I was just bathing in comfort, and then every once a week or once every other week, I'd hop on a live and go, you could do this, you got this, you could do this. But I wasn't in the fight with you. There's just something different there. Yeah. So so we got K1000 saying, "Hey, what up?" Joseph says, "I moved to a Muslim country in midwinter. Honestly, the challenge is awesome. It's psychologically strengthening." Yes, that's a great point. Yeah, and I think that's what keeps me going is knowing that we got guys like Joseph. Yeah, we got guys in the entourage that are doing the same thing that I'm doing. Yeah, it's like I'm not alone here. I'm not alone here, and that's what's so comforting. So yeah, and then let's just do the bonus topic. I got one bonus topic here. Texted myself this morning. I think I was just thinking about school and degrees. Yeah, that's what it was. I was doing all my job applications and shit. And I realized, here's what I wrote to myself. I said, they'll teach you how to make them money. All right. I don't know who someone represents they, I don't know, Uncle Sam, the school system, the government, I don't fucking know, society, right? But read with me, all right? I said, they'll teach you how to make them money. They won't teach you how to make yourself money. And they certainly won't teach you how to get girls. And then the last sentence I put, there's still something very survival of the fittest about getting girls. Yeah, that's the last sentence I put. There is still something that is very survival of the fittest about getting girls. Yeah, and so I'll explain what I mean. So when I'm looking back on just the education that I was given, the traditional education, the public school system that I went to, they were really, really good at making sure that I was completely set up to be plugged into this societal system that we have going on somewhere in the system that would allow me to have a decent life where I had a roof over my head and I had enough food and I can have the wife and the children if I wanted to. But I would never have enough money to break free of the system itself. Yeah. They taught me how to do just enough. Yeah. Marketing, all business, all this is psychology, whatever you studied. Yeah. For me in high school, they're teaching us arithmetic, math, all this bullshit. Great. All right. I understand. This is very necessary information. But they taught us just enough about how to make enough money to scrape by and make the CEOs of the companies wealthy and accomplish their dream, but they didn't teach us enough about how to do that ourselves. Yeah, they didn't. Christians over here teaching guys about how to create a personal brand so you can live a international lifestyle where you're not tied to any specific location. I don't remember having this fucking class in school. Do you boys? I don't remember them teaching me this shit. In fact, the teachers that were teaching me were tied to a fucking location in school. Yeah, and half of them hated their job anyways. They showed up and they were smiley with the kids and this and that. But I mean, 14 years of showing up to the same classroom, getting the same paycheck. Maybe they got a $2,000 raise year over year. Yeah, waiting on their fucking tenure. I was at 20, 21, 22 years old. My W-2 fucking tax return form showed like 115, 100 something $1,000 on it. That was more than the fuckers that were teaching me 3 years prior were making. No shit, they're dissatisfied. Yeah. So that's what I mean. It's like, I'm not saying they didn't teach us how to make money because they're evil. Maybe they are. I don't fucking know. But they didn't teach us how to make money. At least these teachers in this primary school, secondary school, high school that I went to, they didn't teach me how to make money because they simply didn't know how. If they knew how, they wouldn't be in a fucking high school teaching high school students. Yeah. They'd be somewhere on an island with their own family that they had, spending time with their own children instead of raising other people's children. You see? So if they didn't, okay, let's start over once again. So they'll teach us how to make just enough money to get by and just enough money to not kill ourselves because we're like, oh, this is good enough. Oh, I could do another day. Oh, I could do another week. But they won't teach you how to make enough money to break free of the system itself. Yeah, what I'm trying to do, right? I'm trying to get this remote sales job so I can make enough money, have so little expenses in the month that I can stack cash while living a remote lifestyle, while trying to change the world through this platform. Yeah, I'm trying to do all of this shit. There was no lessons. Yeah, I had to go and identify the books myself. Yeah, I didn't. My teachers, my parents, my relatives, they did not hand me this information and go, "You should learn this. This is going to be valuable for your development." No, they just said, "Go to school, do what's necessary, go to work, go to college if you want to get a higher paying job, this and that." That's all. That's all the guidance we fucking got. Yeah, so absurd. So the extension of that is, if they won't teach us how to make enough money so that we can break free and not have to report to them every day, then they certainly are not going to be teaching us how to get the girls that we want. And I don't really know why, but same thing here. Same thing here applies. I don't remember having a class on how to confidently approach the girl that you're interested in. I don't remember having a class on how to flirt, how to show your interest without being non-needy, how to this and that. So that's why the last sentence I put is, when it comes to getting girls, it seems like this category is still very survival of the fittest. You either got it or you don't. Yeah. For me, I didn't get it. Yeah. So I had to go out and learn it. That's what I mean. Survival of the fittest, right? It's like either you're fit for survival or you're not. Either you're fit for procreation or you're not. And if you're not, then you better be one of the fucking guys like me who decided that we're going to force our way into the category of fit. Yeah. We're going to force our way. That's exactly what I did. First 18 years of my life, just struggling, absolutely struggling as far as romantically. Even the next 3 years after that, till I was 21, 22, still pretty much struggling. Yeah. I mean, if we're talking about procreation, yeah, in theory, I could have gotten one of these girls pregnant, but like none of them were the ones that I wanted to get pregnant, and still not. Yeah. I'm still a decade away from that anyways. So we got now, and I'm actually someone that had, as sad as this is to say, decent amount of experience with girls compared to the rest of the population back, at in 2018, 2021. A lot of guys my age couldn't even relate to the little experience I did have. Yeah. So the reason why I create this channel and I create this content is because I would like for there to be more sources of this information out there. Yeah. I don't remember getting a fucking class in third grade, or maybe that's too young, but in 11th grade where they taught me, this is how you shoot your shot. This is how you walk over to the girl confidently. This is how you communicate. Maybe they wouldn't have packaged it that way, but they could have given us something. Yeah. Something to help us navigate the real world. They're so focused on teaching us how to identify the correct angles on triangles. They didn't give a fuck enough about us. They didn't give enough of a fuck about us to teach us stuff that actually matters. Yeah. It's like if I don't know how to identify if this is an isosceles versus an oblique triangle or whatever the fucking term is. Yeah. Oblique angle. I don't give a fuck. I can live without knowing how to do that. Yeah. But most guys cannot live without getting laid for years at a time. Most guys off themselves. If they're going that long without getting laid, it's like they either recluse into like a cat-filled apartment where it's dark and they never go outside and they only play Minecraft and they only really exist online. Yeah. Or they just simply jump off a fucking bridge and say, fuck it anyways. Thank God I know how to calculate isosceles triangles. Yeah. Oh, thank God I can do that. Thank God I got this arithmetic fed into me when I was a kid. But now I got nobody to love. Nobody loves me. No romantic activity, this and that. And I'm looking at this and it just seems so skewed to me. Yeah. I'm looking at it going, how can they spend 12 years teaching us shit that maybe it'll help us? Maybe it'll increase our fucking income potential by 10 G's a year. How are they so focused on teaching us all this shit that grand scheme of things, doesn't really fucking matter. But they completely neglected the part of life that actually makes us feel like a human, yeah? Actually makes us feel worthy of living, yeah? Romance, connection, human connection. They didn't want to teach us anything about that. And I don't want to put the blame on my fucking high school teachers because, to be fair, they probably had no idea about this space either. Yeah. My fucking high school teachers were probably, half of them are probably the same kinds of guys that watch my content. Yeah. Probably guys in their 40s that, oh my God, I have this wife that I've had for 20 years. My kid's about to leave the place. He's looking back on his life going, is this what I wanted? Don't get me wrong. I'm sure there's so much fulfillment that comes with having a kid, man. But it's like, I'm looking at my teachers and I'm not seeing the dream, man. They're not walking into work like this was their fucking dream life. And if that's not what they're doing, then why the fuck are they reporting into work every day? Yeah. It's because they taught us how to be good fucking satisfactory employees and show up to work on time and never raise our hand and never, they taught it, and we can see it in our own teachers. The same people that are teaching us what to do, they're being the same obedient fucking followers where they're not doing anything radical with their lives. Yeah. Going to brunch with the dog, with the golden lab and the golden retriever, and taking them to the park, and just very predictable, very cookie cutter life. And I'm not trying to downplay that. I'm just trying to say that there are guys like me. There are a lot of guys like me who see that and don't want that. Where is our guidance? Where is our education? Yeah. Why are they all trying to force us into a fucking box like them? Huh? So that's why I make this fucking content, yeah? They're not going to teach us how to make money and live an international remote lifestyle because they don't know how to, right? So they certainly are not going to teach us how to get fucking girls because they just don't know how to. Yeah, the same people that were teaching me, they were so good at teaching me about pi, yeah, teaching me about all of these equations and science and the type of, oh my god, sedentary rock. Oh my god, this is a cumulus cloud. Look, I still have these arbitrary fucking names. Oh, that's a cumulus cloud, that's a Cupid cloud, whatever the fuck. Yeah, why do I even remember that? Why was that imprinted into my brain, but not like how to believe in yourself? Yeah, yeah. Not like, oh, how to actually lead a productive, healthy lifestyle. Why didn't they teach us that shit? Yeah, it was all, oh, fuck, do your homework, sit down, you raise your hand if you want to go to the bathroom. Shit that I'm still experiencing. Yeah, I'm 24 years old, having to answer to my manager why I took 5 to 10 minutes in the bathroom. Oh, I'm sorry, manager. I was taking a shit. Yeah, why does it fucking matter? I'm top performer anyway. That's what I mean. They can't seem to see it. Yeah, they don't see it. I don't know who I'm referring to with they, but they don't fucking see it. They don't see what we can see. I see myself objectively at my job and I go, wow, look, I took a 7-minute shit. Maybe I was scrolling YouTube shorts for 5 minutes too long. And then I pan over and I go, but I'm also the top fucking performer at the job. I'm also selling more fucking apartments than anybody there. I'm also stacking the fucking pockets of my managers who are asking me why I'm taking these 10-minute long shits. Who fucking cares? Yeah, who fucking cares where I am? I'm making the money. I'm making you fucking money. I'm doing my job well. Every time the big boss comes in and says something to me, she's always saying, oh, great job, Ephraim. Oh, you're crushing it. Oh, keep it up. I should be able to take 16 shits if I want to. I'm the one fucking performing. That's what I mean. They don't understand. It's all this fucking closed-minded, trade your time for money. If we're paying you 8 hours of work, we expect you to be in your office at your desk for 8 hours. Don't raise your hand. I fucking hate all of it. I fucking reject all of it. Yeah. And then we'll end this live stream that I got all fired up. Yeah, what up, Joseph? My bad. I didn't mean to get this fired up, but look, this is how we're gonna end the rant. All right, is amidst all of this emotion that I was feeling this morning, yeah, amidst all of the lack of self-belief and the imposter syndrome and wondering why I turned my back on that girl and wondering why I continue to choose the pirate's lifestyle. Amidst all of that, I walked downstairs in order to skate to the gym, and there was a homeless guy, and he was laying in what position would you call it? Yeah, I hate to use this phrase because I'm not trying to make a joke, but he was like he was hunched over, sleeping on the cold sidewalk floor in doggy style position. I'm not using this as like a joke. I mean like his arms were hugging his knees, his head was resting on the pavement, and you could see the backs of his feet, up from under the blanket. And I assume he was laying there all night. I went to the gym. I came back. He was still laying there. Yeah. I went to the park to do my job applications. I came back. He's still laying there on that cold floor, just making grunting noises. And I'm watching that and I'm going, man, I have to remember to take moments out of my day to think about just how lucky I really am. Yeah, it doesn't matter what there is about my life that I don't like. We somehow have to be able to remind ourselves to look back and just go, look at what I do have, man. Look at what I do have. Look at how far I've come. Look at the I could be in his position. It could have been one fuck up. Yeah, there could have been one time at one party where someone gave me one hard drug that I had never been exposed to, and that could have started the entire cycle of me ending up where that guy ended up. So I just need to be thankful. Yeah, we all need to remember this. We could be in that guy's position. Yeah, we could be on the cold San Francisco sidewalk, dirty, smelly floor. Yeah, with a tattered blanket. Guy probably hasn't seen a shower for decades. And that could be our life. Literally people just walk past you. They don't acknowledge you. When you make eye contact with them, they try to avoid eye contact with you. They try like imagine that is your reality. That could have been all of our realities. Yeah, one bad decision. A few bad, I mean, to be fair, probably more than one bad decision, but you understand the point, right? It's like this is something Christian he said to me, I think back when we were in Poland, when he was just helping me understand the mindset and stuff, and he was saying, I'm gonna butcher it, but it was something along the lines of if you had experienced everything that that guy had experienced in your life, you would be in the same position as him. Yeah. If your life and every decision and every moment went exactly like his life did, then you would be in the same position as him. Yeah. Meaning maybe there was a phase in life where the drug seemed just more feasible than whatever he had in front of him. Yeah, it's like for me, I just had to, I got dropped off at school. Yeah, and every now and then I had to bike to school, but like parents dropped me off. Some people got to trek miles. Some people got to hop on the bus when they're 7 years old to go to school. Just little things. Yeah, yeah. I got invited to the parties, so I didn't feel the need to do all the drugs and seem like the coolest. But you imagine what if this guy didn't really have friends, finally got invited to one party. We had a kid like this in high school where we would just make him do the most absurd shit in order to hang out with us. Yeah. It's like, oh, you want to be invited to the party? Here, you need to chug these 5 beers, do 7 shotguns in a row, take the fattest bong rip I've ever seen. Like we just use him as a lab rat for our fun. As sad and immature as that sounds, and he'd do it right. He'd be destroying himself in front of us and going and laughing and acting like a degenerate because that's the only way we would accept him to even allow him to hang out with us. Yeah, fuck. I wonder where he's at these days. But it's like that's what I mean. Now imagine, what if that guy laying on the sidewalk was in that position, right? Where it's like, well, I want friends, I wanted to be wanted, so that's why I did this ketamine, and now here I am. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm even talking about at this point. I just wanted to address that. Yeah, we should just take time to be thankful, man. Yeah, it's like whatever position we're in, I can think of a million other things I'd rather be doing and rather a million other places I'd rather be right now, but fuck, I'm in San Francisco, California. This is a melting pot of people, of culture. We got Silicon Valley a little south. We got people fighting to get over here. We got people paying ridiculous rent to be able to live here. I got the sun is shining. I got a park less than half a mile from me. I got Ocean Beach a few miles to the west. Yeah, it's like what I got 2 living coherent parents that text me often and are in my lives and want me to be in their lives. I got family that loves me, that invites me to cookouts, and I got somewhere to go on Thanksgiving and Christmas Day. Some people can't say that. Yeah. I got clothes that look good on me. I got a physique that I've been working on for years. That's looking good and making me feel good about myself. Fuck, we all have problems, man. We all have problems. We're all dissatisfied with something. Even the fucking billionaire is dissatisfied that he doesn't have 2 billion. There's always going to be a problem. Yeah. So I guess that's part of the journey, and the message of the channel is just, yes, aggressively work towards the dating life that you want, but don't forget to just pat yourself on the back and be thankful for where you are and be thankful for where you are not that you could be. Yeah, be thankful for the negative places that you could be at. Yeah, I thank myself all the time for a lot of things. Yeah, I thank myself for not giving up when my heart first got broken. Yeah, I could have just turned into Mr. Incel, but instead I went down red pill rabbit hole and applied it where it made sense. I thank myself for leaving that girl that I used to live with. Yeah, that I wasn't that attracted to, and I could have easily gotten her pregnant. Yeah, we were having unprotected sex. I could have easily gotten her pregnant. My life would have looked completely different. This was 2 years before this channel ever existed. 2 years before I ever learned about cold approach. She could have been pregnant. I could have just married her out of pity, or just been in a long-term relationship with her out of pity. Yeah. Or just out of comfort. Oh, I don't want to go find another girl. This girl's just hot enough. Yeah, fuck it. I'll just keep fucking this girl. I thank myself all the time for leaving that comfort bubble. Once again, what I've done now, just now with this most recent girl. Yeah. It's like, it truly is a pattern. Yeah. I thank myself so much for leaving that girl, because that is what allowed me to have this explosive experience and meet Christian and learn cold approach. And that's changed my life so much. Allowed me to meet these other girls that I've met recently, and most specifically this most recent girl. I thank myself, funny enough, is even though I'm feeling the shitty part of the phase right now, I thank myself for blocking that girl and for walking away, because I just saw where my life was trending. And I know I'm going to look up in 5 years, and I'm going to look back at this girl, and I'm going to think, do I think that I would have been where I am in 5 years if I had continued seeing this girl? And I guarantee you the answer is going to be a firm no. So yeah, be thankful, boys. Be thankful. I appreciate you all for joining. I appreciate Joseph the most for joining. Yeah, because he actually added valuable insights. So yeah, I appreciate you boys going for your approaches. It's only 1:45 today. I'll probably just go do a session just because, but feeling good, feeling all right. All right, boys. Talk soon. Yeah, enjoy your day.